The best way to teach people critical thinking, it is teach to them to write. It's very hard to teach people to write because it is unbelievable time intensive. And making a good essay, that is really easy. Check A, you did everything right. Marking a bad essay, oh my god, the words are wrong, the phrases or the sentences are wrong, you are not orderly right, the paragraphs are not coherent, and the whole thing make no sense. So trying to them the person what they did wrong, it's like, well, you did everything wrong, everything about this essay is wrong. Well, that is not helpful either. You have to little things you did half right, and you have to teach them what they did wrong. It's really expensive. What the best thing you can do to teach people to write, because there is no difference between them to thinking, because thinking makes you act effectively, the world thinking makes you win the battles you are undertake. This could battle for good things. If you think and speak right, you are absolutely deadly. Absolutely deadly. Nothing can get you in your way. So that is why you learn to write. If you want to write an essay, you need a problem, because the essay is attempt to solve a problem. So first you all need a problem, and then second, if you are going to devote time to problem, then it should be like a problem that is your problem, at least a piece of it should be. I have a student all the time, and they come up to me and they say, tell me what should I write in my essay about, and they are often very annoyed that I haven't you didn't give us a topic. It's like, yeah, that's problem, the topic is difficult, the part of the assignment, right? Right, right. The specify the problem, that's the difficult part of the assignment. In fact, when you are trying to address a complex, let us say, domain suffering, the diagnosis, which step formulation is the crucial cognitive step. So if you want to write, you need a problem, and you want to write truthfully, then you need a problem that's your. And if you want to write in a focused and aimed manner, then you are thinking around the problem. See, one step problem, that is the problem happened. They are trying to write a good sentence. They're not trying to write a sentence. What they're trying to write good sentence, and you can't do that. You have to write a sentence that's hard enough, and then you either edit it. It's allowed to yourself to write badly. I am dead serious about this. Like a red bad first draft. And then add it, you get 70% of it. So what? That exactly what should you happen. So like if you want to write 1,000 words essay, you shouldn't start writing and easy but 1,000 words easily, and then you should get rid of first 50%. You can do it relatively. What you should when you are writing a book, it should be a question. You should have a question. It should be a real question, right? It should be one you don't know the answer to, and you should to be studying and writing like mad, reading everything you can to your hands, and you can see actually grapples with the problem and come to solution. And you should talk to reader as well through your process thinking, so that's they can come to the well necessary to the same conclusion what at least track you are doing. This is really what you do when you think is if I'm thinking internalized conversation, which can at least one form of thinking is you spend of avatars to yourself, and you say, if you are thinking position, you are taking this position, you are taking take this position, and you have to functional part of yourself, you have argued and argue it through. So for example, when I write, first of all generate your ideas. That is the first part. There is actually a technical process that goes along with this. I use computer in a particular way. So I imagine a let out of essay. Well, then I will do this. I usually do screens in the paraphrase out, put out the on hand screen and break into sentences. So I put a space between the sentences, and I see the sentence around organized properly, and if with the proper order try to reconstruct them and then make more sense. They flow better, and I each sentence at the time, and I am right is better version of the sentence, maybe 3-4 times, and then every time I try to write better version of sentence, I try to think of all the way sentence is wrong and could be fixed. So at the level of word, the word level of the paraphrase, so then I will put paragraph backs together and better than the original paragraph that then put on it. So I replacement for it is, but then also imagine this chapter. It's a chapter that, well, then the chapter has a structure, so I will outline the structure. So this is real helpful too if you are writing chapters. Boil it down to 10 sentences, so you will write a chapter. Yes, You are going to chapter write the 10 sentence outline, and then the first you have condensed what you wrote, and 10 sentences you can see the arguments. Does the argument make sense? You can cut and paste the paragraphs and easily back into the structure. You do that 4 times, then you have to very tight argument. What are you doing then you write an essay? It's like, well, that's a hard question, right? It's like, well, you are asking an important question. That's the first thing you should do if you are writing an essay. You are paying attention to words and the phrases into the sentences. The sentences relationship between sentences within the paragraphs. The paragraph is the another essay. And the essay relevance to the class, and the class relevance to your life, and like the essay bleeds out across your entire lives. And so I am trying to I am something, well, obviously the highest resolution level of analysis resolution. I am actually moving my fingers on the keyboards and moving eyes back and forth on the screen. That's what is the mind meets the body. But then I am trying to formulate a sentence, and so I am trying to think about good sentences that is nailing what I am trying to formulate, and I will try to pick it apart and do it a bunch of ways. I take sentences and put another page, and then I write to 10 different variant of sentences, and I see if can I get the variant, and then try to think ways that is a stupid sentence to see if I can, they put up the war on the earth and it is losing it up. If I can't do anything, I can't manage that, then I keep sentence that I help God. I have that 10 sentence in the paragraph, and make sure the sentences all argued probably in the paragraph. The same way while writing a bunch of different variants of it, I am trying to get out word right in a paraphrase right, and the sentence right, in the sentence order, the paragraphs order right, and I can tell them it is right enough because I can't make it any better. That is means that's all right. It's just mean I can't improve it, and so I get the point where if I am writing a paragraph and I write variant I can't tell them the variant is any better and is made to worst, then I am done. I will hit limit into my intellectual capacity and the time to move on. Here is you have to get right. If you are writing, the whole argument has to make sense as a whole. Okay, you can think rather unclearly and still make an argument that works as a whole. Sometimes I read easily essay written by intuitive student, and the essay work as the whole, like there is a good idea in it, but it's very badly written. But there is an idea there, so sort of succeed at the highest level, but then something is written real well, it's easily but to the right word. Every phrase is a right phrase. The phrases put into sentences probably. The sentences are organized into paragraphs properly, and you have added it any one of them label. Then then already read out loud. I'm the point where I am starting to edit. I'm not sure if it is better. Then I'm still time to quit. And I also often, if I'm writing, I will write something and then wait, and like you have to wait a couple of weeks to look at it again, because often you are writing and you read it, you're writing what you have thinking you wrote, because head, and that you have to put the part of cloud ideas. It's not until you forget to context in some sense you have to can actually see what you wrote, and there is a paraphrase in your writing.